Oh, yeah. Hey, you ever, hey kid, come here. You ever heard of GORP? Good for you. Welcome back to the show. My name is Josh, and this is GORP, which of course today stands for geraniums, orchids, rhododendrons, and petunias. These are things that bloom, and we're blooming here today on the show, talking about spring. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Hey there.
Yeah, that was Fry, and that was Brooke. Today, so we're talking about spring. It's symbology, and it's also, like, literal, you know? So take the topics as you like, guys. Talk about the inward self or the outward reality. The receptacle today is the Seed Spreader by Scott's Tots. It's a really good seed
Scott's
spreader.
Tots.
We're just gonna mosey right over Scott's Tots like that?
Scott's
Yeah,
Tots.
right?
Yeah, see, that's where the organization went after the debacle. Anyway, the first topic today, talking about some springs. We're talking about being not sprung. I'm not sprung about this. This is definitely not ideal for springtime. Not what I want to do, but I'm here, so let's do it.
Not sprung. That's weird that was the first one that came out, judging by where we
amorphous.
placed it in our production meeting.
Yeah.
For that to be the very first one that gets pulled, very interesting.
I'm not sure if you understand this. I shuffle the receptacle. That's how the show goes.
You
right?
shuffle the receptacle. How do you shuffle receptacles?
Check it out.
Listen, it's a science Fry, and you wouldn't
It's
understand.
like
I wouldn't. I don't.
some seeds
No,
just fell on my head.
Since we're talking about spring and
Not
sprung,
strong.
Sorry.
Not-
Well, I got this impression really quick, Brooke, of Josh like shuffling his like recycle and trash cans just to shuffle receptacles.
Yeah, the green is for Legos.
Yeah,
and
right.
the blue is for produce. On Tuesdays, you put the green in the front, but then you have to move it to the middle. It's how it goes.
And then where does the blue go on Fridays?
The blue goes on top.
Into my feelings.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, my-
wrong. What are we doing?
We're not being sad. That's for one thing. I guess it's
Yeah.
time to
Well,
stop
I mean, if you're sad, you're
goofing
not
around.
sprung.
I'm not
No, you're
sprung.
not
We're
sprung.
not doing that. It's not something that you
Okay.
want ideally in the spring as the weather's changing and the sun's brightening up a little bit. Maybe you get some better weather. We got some buds blooming. It's time to shake
Here's
it up,
my idea.
Buttercup. Go.
Yeah. So a spring is kind of like the birthing season for me. It's kind of like giving birth a little bit.
Birthing.
So not sprung, the opposite. You're not giving birth, you're just hoeing out.
That is. Aren't you sprung?
Wait.
If that's what's happening. Wait, isn't that sprung?
That's
I think you're holding on too tight to the actual words. Let's get a little more artistic. You're right, though, Brooke. Like,
That
yeah,
was a
but is it
full entendre.
just
I mean,
like
just,
the topic?
That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe that's just my mind and how it's nasty. Not sprung.
So, like you say, so it's in the spring season times, maybe of your year, which would probably be the same time for everyone. You say hoeing out is not ideal in the spring?
Without the intention of birthing something.
Birthing. Isn't that a good word? Birthing.
Birthing. Yeah.
You know who's hoeing out in the springtime? Animals, I think.
Rabbits.
Right?
Animals.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sure. They've
But
been,
they're
like-
trying to reproduce.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
would
they've
be
been
so it's
locked
ideal.
away.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get some happy times.
Do you think that's why rabbits hump like rabbits? Because they're just so excited to be in it?
Oh, I think the term hump like rabbits comes from the fact that rabbits can reproduce so quickly. They have litters often. And so they get pregnant and they have a lot of babies.
I
Don't
thought
they
it
also
came from
have, like, dual
Ephesians,
litters?
so thank you.
What?
Ephesians.
Josh stepped all over my Bible joke, like right on it. I had a Bible joke like
Yeah.
ready for humping like rabbits, and Josh was like,
You know, I'm sorry, because like that was definitely one of the things we talked about before was that we need more Bible jokes. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's actually a requirement at least Bible jokes.
Yes, I hear that makes pods popular pods.
Yep.
Scott's tots and popping pods.
I'll tell you what I think about being not sprung in the springtime. It's not ideal all the time that you just have to keep working. Like the folks that just have the 60-hour shifts and stuff, like the sun's coming out and people are feeling good, and like you don't have any time to go to the lake at all because you're working so hard. That's not sprung, bro.
That's not sprung.
No.
Shouts out.
How'd that guy?
People like us.
How do you work that 60-hour work week? That's a lot of meth.
Yes.
Not sprung, bro.
Indeed.
Not sprung for me would be the sports season, right? Because all the good sports go into like a real lull during spring.
Isn't
We
that
really
so
got to
weird?
talk about. Yeah, I hate it. So like the beginning of spring, you're just like, man, I don't want to have to talk about baseball.
But when's the first day of spring?
21st of March, right? Is that the
so we're
solstice?
not even on it
Spring
yet? It
solstice?
feels springy.
No, we're not even. Yeah, so like that
Am I right?
means that it is in spring, right? It's towards
Did
the
we all just
beginning.
decide that I was right? I might be wrong, guys.
I think
There's
you're
a
wrong.
strong chance I'm incorrect.
It's quite the guess.
And I'm doing
Isn't Lent technically the first day of spring according to Romans or something? I don't know.
Oh, then that was like this
no,
week.
it's
It's based on-
Ephesians.
It's based on the lunar cycle or something, right? Because Lent is based on
Yeah.
the lunar cycle.
Yeah, it's
20th of March.
the end of
20th
Pisces
of March.
season, so it would be the beginning of
Yeah.
April. What'd you say?
Okay.
It's so spring 2023 in northern hemisphere will begin on the 20th of March.
Yeah.
I was close,
So
man.
March is at the beginning of spring.
Yeah.
You were a liar.
I am a liar, and it's over though so quick. It's like 2 weeks, and then it's like we're bored again in spring, though.
Yeah, and that's
Right?
also not sprung, where it's like you
Yeah.
really get to see the change of the season sometimes in like you have 1 week to enjoy it. And then it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
90
mean-
degrees.
Don't like
Everything's brown again.
I want the sport moments that make us be like, woo! But we don't get those
Spring
until
break,
like
right?
the winter.
Which
Oh,
is so
God.
weird. Like that's
I
how
feel like-
capitalism sucks, because like that's the perfect moment for Ocho sports to bloom, bro. Like
Yeah,
There's so many-
absolutely.
sports entertainment is worldwide. Why don't we go see what's up with curling or whatever? I don't know.
Or just ping pong. Like
Ping
throw
pong.
it on, give them gimmicks, right? Do you remember that
Ping
movie
pong.
Balls of Fire? Do you remember the movie
Ping
Balls
pong.
of Fire? You don't
Yes.
remember that?
Yes,
So-
yes, I do.
Oh, okay. So in Balls of Fire, they all have gimmicks, right? They all have like walkout entrances and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yep.
how fun would ping pong be if it was like wrestling? If we turned ping
Yeah.
pong into wrestling, that would be a blast.
You had your own special move. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I saw it was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate that. I thought Josh was getting ready to pull his topics or his thoughts.
They're looking pretty
Scott's
good in
tots.
here.
Let's go.
Let's check it out.
Get your hands on them tots.
Oh,
Or don't.
that's pretty different. That's wrong. Not on topic.
That's wrong.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What you gonna wear? The weather's getting better. It's time to break out the shorts, perhaps. I got a little pair of cutoffs I've been eyeballing.
Okay, Tobias.
Josh is running around in jorts.
Ooh.
Where'd you get them jorts from? I made them.
Yeah.
So I live in Wisconsin, and it's like 22 degrees here. The highest temperature I'm probably going to have in spring is like maybe 60 degrees, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to not having to wear a coat outside,
Yeah.
cruising with the windows down. Yeah.
Listening to NWA.
Yeah.
Listen to NWA. Well, the kilt is one thing. Sorry, let's run that back. The cutoffs are one thing. But I also have a kilt I haven't worn in quite a while. Can't wait to break that out too. I'll tell you what, Fry, if you don't have a kilt by now, living in the UK, you are just wrong, bro.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful
I do not have
thing.
a kilt by now. I might buy one when I go to like the Scottish New Year next year.
Yeah, dude.
I might get a kilt.
It's the best, dude. And you really can hang free if you want.
You're not supposed to wear anything. Yeah, Gerard Butler actually said you're not supposed to wear anything under the kilt.
Yeah, well, I'm going to wear it to work one day, so I have to wear something. But when you're just walking about with your kilt...
just your moralities, big guy. Just wear your moralities.
It's the best.
If you got them.
It's a great thing. Truly. I can't wait.
Okay.
In springtime, I'm looking forward to that hard. Yeah. And my tube top.
Killing them in the kilts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can you braid your beard that day? Wear a skin-tight shirt?
If you want me to, Daddy.
It's all I want.
I have to go. Goodbye. No, he said he's going to wear a tube top.
Oh. I love
Y'all
it.
do that, and I'll hang out front of the 7-Eleven and
With some bubble gum and blowing bubbles or something. Like,
blowing bubbles. Happy boys.
I love it. I think that's great.
That's my new springtime look, and I'm really trying to cultivate an energy of peace, and I think that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Josh, what was the music you said you liked? The chants, what kind of chants was that? I can't remember back when we did the music episode. It was the something chants that get you like relaxed.
Chants, like not Gregorian chants, but I'm down with those too. But I like Highland chants and monk chants.
Yeah.
So you could play that in the bar that you're working in, right? Have those in the background, and then you walk out with like just one single braid because your hair is a little long right here. Your kilt's on. Woo! That would be a look. That would be a spring fit. That would be a spring fit. Right
drinking
there.
horn strapped around me.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this on top. I just like layers a little bit. No, instead of
some layers.
flexing, he's actually doing a handstand.
See, layers, of course.
You have to wear, if you do a handstand and you're refusing to go nude under the kilt, the back of your underwear better say peekaboo.
Peekaboo, but upside down, so you can visualize them.
Exactly.
All right, enough of this.
That would be.
Anywho,
So basically, what I'm hearing is both of you can't wait to show skin. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my nethers blowing in the wind.
I want people to know what my elbows look like.
You better lotion them bitches. You better put them elbows up. Gosh, spring fit. It's kind of funny. I'm going the opposite direction. I'm trying to get the goatee back long again, and I'm keeping the sides short because I saw this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I look at other men. I'm like, man, I really like that look. I might like that look on me, right?
Definitely.
And I saw a guy, and I kind of liked the way he had the sides trimmed a little bit tighter, but it rolled into like a longer beard, but it was well styled, right? It was like kept with oil and stuff, and I was like, damn, that looks good because he had his suit on too. And remember, with what I do for my career outside of trying to make this my career is I wear a suit all the time, and I was like, that was a sick look. It was good. So I think that's going to be my, I think by maybe March, that'll be my spring fit. Go ahead, Josh.
Nice.
You got to do some experimentation with making the fade happen. Obviously, you can pay $50 for it, and you probably should to start, like let it grow and then blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But the cultivation of it, I don't have that because it's kind of difficult to get that. Your jawline is a big part of it, and you don't quite know where this, anyway, it's hard work. But you can do it, and you look good, buddy, especially with them.
I appreciate it.
Anyway.
Especially with them. Ooh, get out.
Them.
Moving on.
Anywho.
I'm sorry, it's springtime. I'm feeling frisky.
Sprung.
Definitely sprung. All right. This is hoarding you're speaking on. So like we said, it's time to start letting go of stuff. And what are you keeping too much of right now? For me, it's mismatched socks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say probably socks.
Yeah.
I should go through and like switch out my
Freshen
socks.
up. Yeah.
DVDs. I have a lot of DVDs that I probably don't need anymore. I don't watch them.
I don't even have a DVD player. Why do I have all these DVDs?
Right.
The world lied to us. The world said this will be the way forever. Yeah. So this will be the way forever.
Civics class. Keep your DVDs.
Well, you definitely don't learn how to balance a checkbook.
There's also over at my spot, we got a lot of stuff here, but for me, I look at it, a lot of it, stuff I could use for art. Like I have so much different kinds of paper. I got sawdust, I got wood, I got paint chips that I'm saving. Got a lot of stuff, and it's not really well organized, and I don't have a specific purpose for it, but I have this in my head, I could use that. As long as you keep it in order, I think we're okay, wouldn't you say? But it gets out of control so quick.
I want to go into Brooke's realm. What about would springtime be a good time, Brooke, to get rid of some of? We're thinking physical baggage. What about that emotional stress or that emotional baggage? If we're looking at the new.
Woo!
Yeah. So, spring's a great time to kind of start fresh, like a new start type of thing. So, if you're looking at the seasons, winter is the best time for death. Right, to let the things, the habits that you don't want to continue to die.
Mm-hmm.
So springtime's the best time to start the new things, begin new habits, and kind of manifest the rest of your life off of.
Mm-hmm.
So hoarding, this topic would be holding on to the stuff that just doesn't serve you anymore. So let's say that you're obsessed with Starbucks coffee and you know that it's just not a good thing to spend your money on. You're continuing to spend money on this coffee and you know that you shouldn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. That's why she switched to McDonald's, if the audience has been paying attention.
Try the new McCafe in our signature yellow cup.
McDonald's, nice. I haven't heard a lot of I'm loving it on a lot of podcasts, and I got to tell you, we are open to the idea.
Hey.
We know about them Mag Muffs. But yeah, and then you can talk about it if you want to go figured or literal with it. Maybe you don't need to do a hearty breakfast because it's not that cold outside, and you got stuff to do. You feel a little more physical. Maybe your meals lighten up. Not for me, but I'm just saying. It can happen for some people. Yeah. But
maybe we take that time to, hey, I really will start getting up earlier, right? And then that way I get a lot of the stuff I get done that takes up the middle of my day done right in the morning, free up my day for so many activities.
Are you accusing me of something? Yeah, but I'm with that. Actually paying attention to your alarm.
I'm accusing you of things.
Yeah, actually paying attention to the alarm. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to wake up. I have started going back to the pool more lately, and the springtime's big motivation for that, too. It just feels good to get up. The sun's coming out earlier. You really do feel it. Seasonal affective depression it's not a joke. Whether it's...
No, not at all.
Scientifically explainable or not.
Can I ask a pool question? Before we move to the next topic, do either of you guys watch Futurama at all?
I have.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. Did you guys ever see the beach episode where they all go to the beach together?
No.
All right. It's one of the movies. Okay. It's one of the movies for Futurama, but there's a scene and the lobster, Dr. Zoidberg, when they get to the beach, he takes his shell off and he just wiggles. And I was kind of like, I wish I could just be naked and just by water and my whole no bones, right? No bone action. You're just limp and loose. You're just wiggling.
Loosey goosey.
Yeah, that's all. I'm always jealous of his ability to move.
It is a good feeling in real life under the full moon when you're right by the water, naked. That is so dark you can hardly see a thing. It's just great. It's a good thing.
That's a James Brown law, Brooke. James Brown said, "Get in the hot tub." might like Goldberg. Who's next?
He was so overrated. Spring cleaning. Yeah, we've gotten into this a little bit, but let's get with like what's going to happen in your house like the next couple months for spring cleaning? What's definitely going down?
Backyard. I need to get the backyard straightened out. Yeah, my backyard's bad right now.
Polish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a long answer for this one. I can't make you laugh. This is a serious subject for me. I need to actually stop being lazy and get in my backyard. So we have like those, it's like a walkway, but it's made with like square stones, but they're really close together and weeds. I hate that they don't lay down weed blocker. When anyone that does this pathway, put down weed blocker, because it's miserable for the people that rent your house to have to go through there and like try to get a scraper to get those weeds out of those little itty bitty cracks. It's like the worst. But I think that's my spring cleaning.
Yeah. That's good. I got a lot of yard work to do too. My parents have a big yard and staying there. And it's about 3 years worth of non-doing overall that needs to be hit hard. So I'm going to get in shape doing that. Which is good.
See, the thing about winter is there's snow here. So I'm not going in my backyard to pick up dog poop. Like it's just accumulating out there. So springtime means picking it up.
Oh,
big trash bag. Do you have one of the claws? Yeah. Those are lifesavers, right?
Yeah.
Those are lifesavers.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your back is so much healthier if you have one of those claws.
I even have like a little spade that I'll use, and I'll just like kind of push it all to one area, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
totally,
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, poop time. You know, you can't really escape it.
Yeah.
Good to do it all at once, though. I guess get it over with in a couple days. Take a break in the middle.
I also I'm going to be moving this year, so my spring cleaning is going to be a whole lot of like putting my stuff in boxes again.
Are you buying?
No, I'm poor.
Why?
I am poor.
It's a bad market right now. I'm not going to lie, actually. It's not a great market to buy. Well, actually, in your neck of the woods, it's a little bit better getting closer to Chicago area, though.
I'm not going to be buying up here. This is not the place for me, so.
It doesn't have to be forever home. It's just to build equity. You rent it out when you're done. Move on.
Remember when they said I'm poor?
I'm poor, and the housing market here is just stupid. Like people vacation here, so the house that I live in right now would probably sell for almost $100,000. And seriously, I would not throw $20,000 at this house at all. No, So.
Does your landlord listen?
No, it's a property management. Yeah.
So your landlord might listen, and you just
here's my rent check. By the way, you ought to check out this podcast I'm doing.
or here's my rent check. I said your house sucks to an international audience.
I feel like they already know that this house sucks. So me saying like a big surprise. What?
It's not changing things?
No, not at all. They know what they have here. Anywho.
I think we got one more, guys.
All right.
Only one?
It's the last one in the mix, baby.
Uh-oh. And we didn't go long enough.
No, we're okay. We're talking about springs to mind.
No.
No what?
Oh. No, I just thought we were going to talk about Sexodus, and I was going to make a joke, but you were way quick at being professional, so we're just going to stay here.
You were waiting to say Sexodus this whole time.
Yeah, but you wouldn't drink your coffee. And I was trying to, fit it in like Sexodus. There we go.
Springs to mind, huh?
Springs to mind.
Well, now.
So we're talking about what springs to mind for you, maybe. Like talking about spring, maybe like a good memory, a cool vacation or whatever, or like a stay-home staycation, right? Or just a specific memory you have from spring.
Let's go really quick. I'm going to be fast, and I'm going to say riding bikes with your friends, right? Riding bikes with your friends back in the day.
Yeah.
Spring hits, the rain stops, the snow is out. You get your first couple sunny days. Yeah. We didn't have cell phones back then, right? So we hop on the bicycles and we just ride to each other's house. And then sooner or later, you got a gang of like 4, 5, 6 kids on their bikes just riding around the neighborhood. That was the best. Yeah, man. Put the cards in the spokes, right? So your bikes made those noises like those. Oh, sorry. Was that a boy thing, Brooke? Was that just the thing that boys did?
Well, you see, I like to be in stealth mode. So I don't do that. I don't play that.
Yeah.
Who were you?
My brother.
Anyway.
My brother had a cool thing where we had the 10 speeds, right? And he called it warp speed, where you get low gear and you start just going like nuts on the pedals, and then you switch it all the way in, like wow! And of course, it didn't work, but it made you feel like you had that torque, like whoa, warp speed, baby. But yeah, I like that too. The riding bikes is the stuff, because we're riding around, we catch all each other, then we're going here. Let's go see if they have a root beer, and then like someone wants to go like on the railroad tracks. Hey, we can't go on the railroad tracks. I gotta get home. Nah, shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly.
Yeah.
What are you gonna tell your mom?
Yeah. Mom said we gotta go. Then go. I shouldn't have brought you anyway. Like, you get into some trouble, you go on some explorations, find like a dead animal and look at it for a while, and that's spring.
Are you just doing this the Stand By Me like screenplay right now?
It's the Redbox spinoff where it's a dead animal, and it's like, yo guys, wanna go see a possum?
You want to see a possum? And then granddad in the background. Possums make for good eating.
Why didn't you bring it home? Yeah, I like that. What springs to mind for me is I did boot camp in April, and boy, it was probably the best weather to have boot camp, because it was just nice and easy in San Antonio, Texas. Minimal rain. It was right before the May showers. Actually, my graduation was a big thunderstorm, and it got rained out, so I didn't have to go through with the graduation. So it was perfect, like perfect timing, April 10th. And although boot camp was awful, I really enjoyed the weather every morning. It was nice. Oh, it's a nice day. Look at this.
So then I have a question, because the run that you're supposed to do, in boot camp when you graduate, we didn't do that. It got canceled because I graduated in December and it was too cold or something. I don't know.
Oh,
so we didn't do
I graduated in December too, and I had to do it.
Probably weather.
But I'm just wondering, like, is it very common that one of those like ceremonies gets canceled? Because I thought it was just like a once in a lifetime thing that run was canceled.
Well, I just think it's on such a tight clock. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have
black flag and stuff.
They have those flag. Yeah, the black flag probably.
But like, I think it is kind of like almost totally mandatory. But like they run like clockwork there, and we can't do it today. That's the day we can do it. We can't do it tomorrow because that messes up 3 months worth of stuff.
True.
So,
and you got to think the base commander has to go too. So that's his calendar, her calendar right there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not sitting on these bleachers when it's pouring down.
Yeah. With my wife and my kids, like okay. They may be the base commander, but their spouse, their partner, is still a partner. And you know what?
Yeah.
No partner wants to be well, gosh, not just that. Like, your partner, think about that. Like, your partner's still your partner, and they're going to be pissed at you for dragging them to your event in the pouring rain. Like, you'll never live that down.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Springs to mind. I think about Easter when I think about spring.
Easter.
And I think about Easter, and like I got a bike for Easter one year.
Nice.
I always
Bicycle's
remember.
mine. You can't take mine. Bicycle is mine.
Well, I'm not done
No,
yet.
I would love it if we shared a bicycle thought. A bicycle thought.
Bicycle built for two. Anywho, I was gonna say I remember dressing up for like Easter Sunday and like getting, I don't know, I just remember wearing like tights and a nice dress and being like, I don't want to go hunt for Easter eggs right now. What are we doing?
Yeah.
My feet are wet.
I hate wet feet.
Yeah, because you have like nice holes, but the ground was wet because it's always raining.
Yeah.
It's torture.
You know what though? You know what's worse than wet feet? Like, let's just stay here for a quick minute, and then we're gonna come back to what springs into Brooke's mind, which is kind of a scary place at times, I think. But what about? Okay, you guys said wet feet are the worst. What about wet jeans? I think wet jeans, like wet denim on your skin, is the worst, especially if you have to walk around for like.
Piss in your pants.
No, if you have to walk around for an hour with wet jeans, you get chafing, you get a rash and stuff. Like, wet jeans is terrible.
It's not awesome, but I would prefer it to wet toes and like big old cotton socks and shoes that are wet. I would prefer.
But you can
If
take
you-
off those
if you-
things. You can't just take off your pants.
Listen,
Why are your pants wet?
if you told me I would never get wet socks again, I would let you wet my pants for a month.
I
No, you
wouldn't let anybody wet my
No, you would
pants
not.
except for me. I'm
That
wetting
was
my own pants. Nobody wets my pants but me.
Watch.
Anyway,
Anyway.
try this cafe coffee.
You're not cool unless you wet your pants.
Call me
Yeah,
Miles
dude.
Davis.
So
Go ahead, Frank.
I was gonna say, are we sprung in or sprung out?
I'm springing in. I'm spring break 1997. Like, I'm in it.
Ooh.
We got karaoke stuff. We got kids on Cabo. Howie Mandel. No, he was like in the 80s, wasn't he? As a VJ.
No,
It's so weird
Bobby's
that Howie
Bobby's
Mandel-
World.
Howie Mandel
Bobby's
was a
World's
VJ
90s.
for MTV.
Like
That's
it
so
was
weird.
Carson Daly or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and that one short guy looked like Michael Chiklis.
Carmen Electra. Carmen Electra was a big one.
Electra singled out. Yep.
Carmen
Yeah,
Electra,
sing-
Yeah, that's a big
Carmen
time
Electra wasn't
spring
singled
break.
out. Carmen Electra wasn't singled out the first one.
Oh,
She was
sorry,
later
I'm
on.
thinking
It
about,
was
Jim Carrey's wife. Yeah.
and also Hardwick. Chris Hardwick was the host of
Mhm.
Singled Out, which was really weird when I found that out because I always knew him as like Talking Dead guy after
Yeah.
The Walking Dead, and then I
Yeah.
saw him with like frosted tips and stuff.
Yeah. Boy, Sugar Ray and all that whole style back
Oh, yeah.
then. Very springy.
Yeah, that
The
is
frosted
springy.
tips. Dude,
like-
I had frosted tips.
I didn't. I couldn't afford them.
You couldn't afford them?
Well, you
Always
could
wanted them.
now. What's stopping you now?
Dude, frost them up.
My hair naturally turns blonde because of the sun, so I've never needed them.
Okay, good for you,
Yeah.
but
You know what was big in Arizona when I was a kid is everyone wanted to bleach their hair, right? So
Yeah.
you have that. But then you also have, like, they don't do it all the time. So there's that their roots are showing pretty hard, like a whole
Yes.
inch or so
Yeah.
of brown.
Yes.
So my thought was,
Yeah.
being blonde, I wanted to dye my
Lance
hair
Bass.
brown.
you wanted
The-
the brown.
Yeah, I got you.
root.
Keep going, Josh.
I wanted to dye my hair brown and then just dye the tips, not the tips, but like most of it, so it looked like I was showing roots that I had brown hair. I'm so glad I didn't do that. How stupid would that look?
But that was
Like,
the Lance
silver
Bass
hair as it
thing
grew
in
out.
sync.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Lance Bass,
Lance-
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is I was like, you were looking to get the Lance Bass look.
the
I
J-
guess, yeah.
JT.
It was like a skater vibe where I was at.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Like Brink,
Same
like the movie Brink with the rollerblades on
yeah,
Disney
yeah,
Channel.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Eric Von Denton. If she doesn't know what Team Pup and Suds is, she's too young for you, bro.
I don't
That
know
sounds
what that
weird.
means.
That sounds like a initiation secret password.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
don't-
should initiate the end of this episode. What do you think?
Okay, this is the beginning of the end, everyone. Relax and gird your loins. Keep them dry. This has been Spring.
Or don't.
That was weird. But if you're looking for some GORP in the future, stay tuned to the TheSadFan on the tube. We're on @GORP Show, Twitter. Same for the gram. I am JR Berkeley at Instagrams.
I'm at Brooker Loves on Instagram and TikTok.
And you could reach us at the TheSadFan Cast or on YouTube at TheSadFan, all one word. And remember, no one can wet your pants but you.